So we're going to make almost gluten-free shepherd's pie. A lot of the ingredients that we have today are gluten-free, and they allow us to eat better and eat healthier. Shepherd's pie is one of my favorite meals, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So the recipe will be on the blog, but it does call for 3 large carrots. My children don't like carrots. They like carrots. They don't like peas. So what I decided to do is I always get the vegetable medley of everything already cut up. It's easier, and I always find better options and choices that way because I'm partially fucking lazy. So there's that. But and I would show you my face, but I'm braless, and got my do-rag on. But we are going to talk about some fantastic things while this is happening. So get your carrots in there. You can do peas. The recipe itself calls for carrots, peas, corn. Again, like I said, my kids don't eat peas. They actually don't eat green vegetables, which is fucking sad, but I tried. But they throw that stuff up. It's a texture thing, and we're not going to get too much in here. What we're supposed to do is let these kind of brown and thaw out a little bit, which you can hear it sizzling. Oh, guys. So some of my favorite YouTubers always have these cool little sayings. Yeah, I watch YouTube as well, like my kids do. But some of them have these really cool sayings, like Michael M.J. Harris. He has, come on in here, get in here, get in here, get in here, best friends. I love his voice. And then Tabitha Brown, of course, has, come on in this room, honey. I'm not going to take any of this. Oh, and then Alyssa Edwards. She is my favorite drag queen. Hers is, this is Alyssa Edwards, and this is Alyssa's Secret. And that was a bad tongue pop. But she tongue pops. And then on top of that, she has in here, when she's on the shows on RuPaul's Drag Race or anything like that, she has, what does she say? She has what does she always say? Oh, she goes, I'ma need to get up in this gig, y'all. She's so funny. Shit's hilarious. So, mad hilarious. So you kind of got to let these brown a little bit. Now, I'm doing this off of recipe today. Burning, because I done did something. Oh, that's hot. You want to preheat your oven at 350. Get this all up in here like this. So in real life, you're supposed to have already grounded your ground beef, but we don't fucking follow rules because I'm a rebel. Not really. I just have done this so many times by memory. I thought I'll just swing it right now. But you want to add a little. I always forget this. I don't want my fat. I always forget this. So I try not to add it. Because oil is, is good for you, but oil's not actually good for you. Don't believe the hype. Anyways, so this is my first meal. I'll get better. I'll get my hair done. And I'll go on camera. But today is just about making my favorite meal. One of my favorite meals that can be made into something gluten-free. It's also one of my favorite meals that I will have to actually make gluten-free from here on out if I'm actually going to make it again, because, well, I am not gluten-free. I'm not gluten-free because it's a trend. I'm gluten-free because my stomach can't handle anything else anymore. I'm gluten-fucking-free because my stomach is like, listen, chick, we can't do this no more. There's no second chances. You need to get your life together. So I listened this time right around my mom's death. Actually, right before my mom passed, I found out, oh, sorry about that, guys. I found out that I was gluten-free, and then they told me I wasn't. or I had celiac, rather. Celiac is a disease where your stomach is malnutritious. And it's not getting everything it's supposed to be getting. So we'll get those in there. And what you want to do is have a bowl you can put all of this stuff in. First of all, I love burnt corn. You see that popping? It's corn. It's popcorn. Those things are popping. Yeah. Put this in our little bowl here. You probably can see a little bit of. It's my favorite pan. A sort of boyfriend gave it to me. He's not really he wasn't my boyfriend. He just wanted to be my boyfriend. Ground beef. Now, never in my life did I profess to be a professional. I'm just showing y'all because, hey, you're on this journey with me. The Black Celiac. Welcome to my channel, bitches. So once this grounds up, we're gonna add our Worcester sauce. Bitch, I almost had it. Yeah, we're gonna be impressed. So we're gonna add our Worcester sauce. It's supposed to be gluten-free, but as you can see, there is no gluten-free on this. But that's what we're getting. That's what we're gonna get us. Because the good Lord was like, you already paid for it, so you need to use the rest of that. So join us here in a quick second. So when it gets to a good simmering point, you can put in your 1 or 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. You can put in your, let's see, large onion, 1 large onion. First of all, I do not ever cut onions anymore because I'm ghetto. Sprinkle it to the gods. Sprinkle it around. This is my favorite dish, guys. My favorite dish. I want to go to Ireland and Scotland because they both claim it comes from there, and each country, and try some, like, for reals. I think it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so delicious. So at this point we have browned up our ground beef. The original recipe calls for lamb. We don't do lamb up in this household, only because I can't get my children to eat it, but I'm sure if they didn't know what it was, they'd eat it. You just can't say shit to them about what things are. And so that way they can eat it. And I can drain this here in a second. But at this point, like I said, we've already ground up the ground beef. We have the carrots and the corn that we have made over here in this bowl. We also have put in our 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. It asks for 1 teaspoon or tablespoon, I'm sorry, of gluten-free Worcester sauce. However, I wait till after I drain this to put it in. The broth or the tomato paste is already in here, and it's already enough that we don't have to worry about it draining off of something because it's not gonna drain. It's already deep up in that bitch. Now here's where it all comes together. After you've successfully drained all the oil, I like to keep it in there for a few minutes. Put it back in there. This is where you can lower your heat. Got my little apron on. Sorry for all the beeps. The co-workers are working right now. I am not. I am doing this. So at this point, we can put in the Worcester sauce, 1 tablespoon. Try Jesus. He knows how to pronounce this the correct way. And it cooks with it, and it just seems more flavorful. I like it personally, but whatever. Again, our oven is heated. We need to add we've added the beef stock. We're going to bring this to a simmer. We're going to cover the pan, which we won't be doing because, first of all, I ain't got a pan cover for this, so that's not what we're going to do. We're going to cook it about for 20 minutes. After the 20 minutes is up, we're going to make our mashed potatoes. I always make my mashed potatoes separate, so I'm not going to show y'all how to do that. I'm not going to do anything like that. But I make my mashed potatoes separate because I have 2 children who refuse to eat mashed potatoes, even though I am the queen of mashed potatoes. Go ahead and add what God gave us into here. You can also always do that later on. Get it all mixed together. And you can also always add your cornstarch or your powder or your stock, whatever you want to add to stick it together. Don't use an egg. It's more of a powder thing. Afterwards, when you put it in the pan for going into the oven, because it does have to go into the oven mainly for the mashed potatoes to harden on top of your shepherd's pie. Okay? See y'all in a minute. Now, as you can see, this has simmered up and gotten real nice and thicky, juicy. Little juicy juice here and there. Get you a pan. I use a smaller one since it's just me and the twins, but you can use whatever size you want. You don't have to line it with anything. I personally like it just the way it is. I'm a little trusty. Go ahead and get on in there. Get it nice. Get it twice. I done burnt that thing because I made my mashed potatoes. So, we don't throw away things around here. We use stuff. There's a shirt that I've made into a little bit of an apron. Look how good that looks. Look at that. Look at that goodness. Damn John on out there, Terry Lynn. Me and my cousin. We do voices. My next video might be over her house because it is way super fun. Oopsies. Don't do that unless you're a professional like myself or you may burn yourself. Go ahead and take a look at this here yonder. Scoot her back. Get everything in nice and beautiful. A little juicy. Now most people would add their cornstarch right at this moment before they take it from the pan and add it over here. I do not do that because, again, that cornstarch did help it get the thickness that I like it at. One thing I do like is mashed potatoes. What you're supposed to do is put mashed potatoes over here after you get it all evened out. I'm going to make this very clear right now. I don't like clumpy mashed potatoes. I get my mashed potatoes cooked just enough to be smooth and creamy. I don't like clumps. Okay? And regular mashed potatoes, when I make mashed potatoes a regular way, like my fried chicken mashed potatoes, those are clumpy. Now, I have to be mindful that my children will eat this half, or at least a little bit of it. So this right here will be my half. No, I will not eat this in one setting because, well, I'm on camera, so I have to say that, but, you know, I just might. And, as Miss Tabitha Brown and Donna says, that's my business. 1 Thessalonians 4:11, mind your business. You will live peacefully if you keep your mouth shut and mind your business. So don't be talking about my creamy mashed potatoes, talk about those, how you make mashed potatoes. It's how I make mashed potatoes. I make my mashed potatoes creamy. Creamy, because the good Lord said I could do it any way I want to. Grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it. And get that olive in there. 350. A good little 20 minutes or so. There you go. Now look how beautiful that looks. A little juicy. Got that juiciness. See? They're just enough. So if you sat there talking about my creamy mashed potatoes, they're just enough. Just enough. And then you can just get into it.